like couscous.
I'd say make the same amount that you do.
I'm gonna grab my cell phone and
that should be all cooked. I'm just letting it sit now. How's laundry doing?
I will go look.
Oh, yours down there. On the washing machine. Dryer still going?
oh, yeah.
And you just turned on the washing machine so much.
A few minutes ago.
I was wearing cool shirts with the red can. I tried to explain an infinity mirror to him and he just couldn't get the concept.
Well, I think he's discovered it.
Well, yeah, I know it seems to be that effect, but I tried to explain to him a real infinity mirror like we used to have, and he just was You get Catherine's old bedroom again.
Okay. So Pete, you're the weatherman. When's the sun gonna come out again?
I think late Tuesday at this point.
It's insane. This amount of rain. If you guys just had rain on and off for like
At least a week
all week,
now.
yeah.
I was up in Boston, or in northern Massachusetts last week, so I'm not exactly sure what happened here, but we did have a couple of days of light rain. But I also had 3 days of nice sunshine.
In Massachusetts?
Massachusetts, but it was cool. It was cool. The highs were in the upper 50s.
All right.
And when the sun wasn't out, it was pretty raw.
Now, what kind of training were you doing?
It's for a machine that counts, or not necessarily counts, but it characterizes and sorts cells that you put through. So you have to put a fluorescent tag on the cell, and it'll go through a box where a laser shines through it, and it'll cause the tag to fluoresce. You can characterize your cells that way, and then you can set it up so that you can sort it into 1 of 4 tubes. So if you want to purify your cells, or if you're taking cells from, say, an animal experiment and you want to purify them.
Huh. So, did you guys just get this machine, or is it a new machine? Or is it
The technology is actually pretty old. It's the same kind of technology that's used when you do a complete blood count, a CBC. This particular machine is pretty new, and with every generation of machines, they get more and more fancy. We have a brand new machine in the high containment lab, and I just got an email yesterday that they finally opened up the high containment area. It was being tested for every type of failure scenario that they could come up with to make sure that
This is a high containment lab for things like viruses and other potential viruses.
pretty nasty stuff.
Ebola?
We're not going to be certified for Ebola, but we're going to be certified for things like Yersinia pestis, which causes the plague.
Oh, wow.
SARS, we'll be working with SARS and antivirus, both of which are, and West Nile virus, Siculus encephalitis virus, H1 encephalitis virus. Those are all pretty high, require fairly high containment.
Yeah.
And the machine is in the high containment area, and they've been testing it for the past 3 or 4 weeks, particularly with power failures. They shut off the power, the whole power to the building, and make sure that the airflow doesn't reverse, so that you spread the breach containment. Yeah. So they finally finished that testing on Friday, and now we're ready for the CDC inspection. And once that's ready to go, we'll be ready. But it means that we haven't been able to go back to any of the labs for the past month, and the flow cytometer is back. This machine is back in the core of the high containment area. So, and this is one of those things where I've got to go get my hands on this as soon as I can, otherwise I'm going to forget what I learned.
You're going to lose it. CDC supposed to come this week or something?
No, let's see, we're thinking they're gonna come sometime early June. The projected open date is gonna be, mid to late June. And we've got an animal experiment we're gonna start, early July. And run into August. And it's gonna be provide us some preliminary data that we will submit to an existing NIH grant to help bolster the grant. You can, when you submit an NIH grant, you have up to 6 months to submit supplemental data. So she put in the NIH grant in February. They run on a 6-month cycle, so it's February and September. Sometime in September, August. So she submitted in February, and then they will do the final closure